Oh, thanks. Hey, mate, you okay? How you doing?
Well, Chris, hello.
Hey.
Not the result that you wanted, but a lovely moment before the match with the fans. What was it like to be back out there?
Yeah, it will stay with me forever, that. I've just done an interview downstairs and I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart because it's been a long time away. And I understand that, some part of the support might have thought it was a mistake me coming back, and I've still got to earn that trust. I get that. What Prince Abdullah did a couple of days ago, really appreciate that for what he said about being the best man for the job. I do believe I'm the best man for the job, but I've got to go and prove it. And I still think there's plenty of life left in me personally in the coaching staff, and I've enjoyed watching Sheffield United tonight. It was a Sheffield United performance, and ultimately we're in it to win. And I said that to the players afterwards, but the reception that they gave me was incredible. And then it was game on, and I'm pleased in a lot of the aspects of our play and our approach and our attitude. And like I said, this is what I wanted it to look like tonight. And they gave us a performance what I wanted it to look like.
You've not had long with the players, but like you mentioned, that certainly looks like an improvement in performance. Does it feel like that for you?
Oh, I spill again. Say again, sorry.
You've not had long with the players, but it
One
looked like
training session.
yeah, exactly. It looked like a much better performance in comparison to recent fixtures. Does it feel like an improvement for you?
Well, I've studied, of course, the games, and you'll comment on that, not me. But I wanted to get up the pitch. We can coach a different formation, which few people thought we couldn't. I think players did some from a defensive point of view. We were brave. We got up the pitch. It allowed our midfield players to go and make contact. It allowed our front players to go and press. If the distances are big and you're sat on the edge of the box, then they're not allowed to do it. You're not going to be able to do it, and you're just going to get picked off. We're playing Liverpool. We're not playing the mug side. We're playing European elite, not just English elite, English Premier League elite with unbelievable players. And we wanted to make it an uncomfortable night for them. And I think that they'll go away, and Liverpool supporters and everybody who's connected to the team and the manager, and I think they'll be delighted with the result and delighted to get 3 points. And I'm a touch disappointed that we've not got something out of the game.
Did you feel like you should have had a penalty in the second half?
What, when you two-handed push on James McAtee? In any part of the pitch, if a centre half pushes a centre forward pushes a centre half, a midfield player pushes a midfield player with two hands, and he goes down off balance, it's not up to him to stay on his feet. He's pushed him in the box with two hands. It's penalty. Simple as that. I was more disappointed with the tackle by the centre forward on Jayden Bogle. 25 years ago, if I was playing, people would talk about that's a decent tackle. Might have been aimed at me, that, where you take the ball but you take the man, and he's wrapped his legs right round Jayden Bogle, and it's resulted in the second goal. I understand the second goal. I'm not a manager that's just going to sit back. We took it deep and we opened up in the last 10 minutes. We made substitutions. We changed the formation late on, and we knew it was going to go to that. And obviously the boys, found a fabulous finish. But I think it's a foul. I think there's a foul leading up to that where he jumps into Jack Robinson, and it's a foul. So I think it's another poor night by the referee, if I'm honest. And it's not rose tinted glasses. That's what I've seen.
It's the Rainbow Laces fixtures today. I don't know if you've had a conversation with your captain, Anna Medhobic. He didn't wear the rainbow armband today. Was that a personal decision?
No, I didn't know. No. It's not a club decision or a personal decision. I just didn't know he did that.
Okay.
Any more?
All right, sorry. Have you had a chance to see the first goal back? There was a shout for a foul on.
Well, it happened that quickly. I've not really seen that. I think that, there's blocks, and the Liverpool manager said, they played Brentford and there was blocks all over. I didn't, which is, I thought the the Premier League and the refereeing association were taking those out. So there was obviously blocks in there. So for him to find himself absolutely free, and Jack Robinson, I think it was, on the floor, Virgil found his 10 yards out with a free chance and a free opportunity. There's something happened in there, a collision or coming together. I've not really seen that, Dan, but I think when you go back and you ask like the analysis guys and they look at it and go, no. But I think that the other two are definite decisions that have gone against us without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, with everything they've got, it wasn't a game where you were sat on the crossbar, you weren't kicking balls off your goal line all after. Is it just a reminder of the fine margins in this game because you had chances at the end as well that
Yeah, we did. We talked about it half time. We need to be better with the ball. We need to be more calmer in possession. We had 2 or 3 counters, which I think we could have done better on. Wolves had a counter where he took ourselves up the pitch. We knew the game was going to be like that. The game with Liverpool, unless they play Man City or some of the incredible teams, they dominate the ball and dominate possession and create chances because they've got incredible players. So, but I thought the approach of the team from a tactical point of view, we didn't allow them to play through the middle of us. We made it difficult. We got up the pitch. We stepped into people. We stepped more into people second half. We got further up the pitch and allowed us to go and win it back. And it was going to be a counter-attacking game for us. I'd have liked us to pass it a little bit better, but that'll come. And we've created chances, and it's not just been a one-sided, like you said, sit on the crossbar performance.
Yeah, as I said, a lot more energy to your team, but it wasn't just energy for the sake of it, wasn't it? It wasn't just running around aimlessly. There was a purpose.
You can say things like that, like you said, but you've got to do it with intensity, and they did that when they went and pressed. Vinny, I thought he was outstanding. He went and pressed, and they committed to the press. So where the centre forwards went, the midfield players went behind them, and the back boys went up the pitch as well. So we had to do that. We had to make the game compact as much as we possibly could without being Spurs and still on the halfway line, which is great to see. But they really do. So I've got to say, like we talked about, for a day's work or preparation. But and you know what I'm going to say. This can't be. Don't kid me. Don't fool me. That this is what we're all about. Because I'll suss it straight away. They've been great yesterday. They've asked everything we've asked them to do. They've took it into game today, but don't fool me. Don't fool me. Don't think that that's a one-off manager bounce. Me coming back here and all that. And of course it's Liverpool and we understand it, and there might be slight dips and slight there, but that's where we are now. And that's where it needs to be. And the reaction of the supporters, I thought, told the story of the night really. Yeah. At the end, they've seen a proper Sheffield United performance.
Definitely. If I could just ask about Will and Andre as well, what was the decision behind them? I thought it was a really fearless performance from them, wasn't it?
Well, that's what we're after. That's a great word to use, because that's what we talk to the players, and especially the young guys. And we talked before about young players sometimes not feeling what's going around you, whereas the experienced players sometimes have felt that. That was no disrespect to the experienced players that we left out, but we wanted that. For me, Brooks, I've watched him for a long time, and Will as well, and I thought they were outstanding. We talk about the work the academy does, and the two of them to go toe to toe with the players at Liverpool. Have got Will going toe to toe with Canati and Van Dijk is good. He just ran out of gas. Brooks, he ran out of gas, and then late on, if you want to know regarding the tactical changes, we went two up front for the last 10-15 minutes. And we brought Ollie on because Vinny was done, and we wanted Ollie's got that one ball, that one searching ball that possibly can end up in a finish. So that was the game plan. But like I said, Brooksy was fabulous, and so was Will.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Hiya, Chris. In terms of being back in the dugout, the dressing room, Bramall Lane, can you just talk us through what the emotions have been like tonight?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I've got to say, I wondered. People have asked about it, and I've downplayed it. But when obviously Gary, personal friend of mine, in the stadium announcer talked about that. It was an incredible moment personally for me, and the reception. Like I said, because there's. I get it. I understand that some supporters, like I said, would have been sort of a bit, in terms of me coming back, the shouts that don't go back and stuff like that. But like I said, the main man wanted me to come back, and the supporters. I was delighted with the reception. I want to part that now. And let's all get behind that group of players. And I'm sure they will if they produce performances, and produce an attitude and an approach like they've done tonight.
And it's one game, one training session, but is there an encouragement for you that you can fight and you can still stay up?
Well, yeah, the narrative from everybody, and I totally get it, that is that we're done and dusted. But one game at a time and all that, Martin. I've not got a crystal ball in terms of what's going to happen. If the players produce those types of performances, it's going to make it interesting. But that's the key, and that's the aim to find that consistency in that. It's a quick turnaround. They put an incredible amount of effort into that game tonight. So, the squad is not at its strongest. We've got senior players in there before to remind the players of what it means to feel and play for this football club. The likes of McBurney and Egan and Baldock. So we've got senior boys in there. And obviously they're big players that we're missing. Tom Davis, big player that we're missing as well. So, yeah, it is, and we just got to keep going and going game to game and see where it takes us. Cheers, mate.
All good. Thank you all.
Cheers, all right. Take care. See you, boys. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. All right, pal.
See you guys. See you later. Cheers, Mark.